OCD about an event that actually happened? Most OCD sufferers have obsessions about things that could happen, but some OCD sufferers also have obsessions about things that have already happened. Today I will be discussing this type of OCD known as real event OCD. We've all done things we're not proud of, but when OCD is in the mix, an unpleasant memory becomes an obsession, leading sufferers to spend hours ruminating and doing rituals to make sure they're a good person. People who don't have OCD can feel guilt about things they've done too, but the difference is people with OCD feel an extreme need to rectify the situation. They feel that they must find out they're a good person immediately, or they might find out they're a bad person, be cut off from their family, go to prison, or just never know if they're bad or not. Like other types of OCD, people with real event OCD suffer from cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are how our brains trick us into believing negative emotions and thoughts. They're basically types of faulty beliefs. A type of distortion many people with real event OCD engage in is a type called all or nothing or black and white thinking. This is when a person perceives situations on two extremes with no gray area. This belief falls through because the person believes if they're not perfect, they must be bad. One mistake would make them as bad as a rapist or a murderer. The truth is, the majority of situations in life are neither good or bad. They're in a middle ground, a gray area. OCD demands the sufferer to know for sure that they are a good person. But since most things in life occur in that gray area, the sufferer can never have certainty. Another common cognitive distortion is emotional reasoning. This is when the OCD sufferer regards emotions as important as facts, instead of using the actual evidence. It is easy to believe OCD thoughts and feelings because they are so powerful and repetitive. But if you're an OCD sufferer, you must remember that OCD thoughts and feelings are only misfires in your brain. They mean nothing about you or reality. Another cognitive distortion is magnification, when the sufferer believes the event was more important than it actually was. If they look at it objectively, they may find that many other people have had the same exact experience. They may also find the behavior easier to accept in other people than in themselves. Compulsions in real event OCD include reassurance seeking due to the fact the OCD sufferer needs to know how others perceive the event and hopes they can let it go. If they're brave enough, they may ask a person the same question in multiple different ways. They may survey their friends for an answer, or they may look online. The OCD sufferer may also review their memory of the event excessively in order to gain certainty about whether or not it was bad. It is important you know that the event and the intrusive thoughts about the event are not the problem. The problem is how you react to those intrusive thoughts. By doing compulsions such as the ones I mentioned above, you're actually reinforcing the obsession. You are telling your brain that the obsessions are valid and they will come back stronger. The way to stop the anxiety associated with the obsessions is to stop the compulsions. The most effective way to lessen OCD thoughts is through a therapy known as exposure and response prevention, or ERP. An ERP therapist will teach you how to sit with your intrusive thoughts, memories, and feelings without doing compulsions that will only lessen your anxiety for a short period of time. Instead, your anxiety will go down on its own, thereby teaching your brain not to give you anxiety as a result of the thoughts. By the end of exposure and response prevention therapy, you'll be able to look at your thoughts as maybe not your favorite thing, but also not something deserving of hours of anxiety and rumination, like how most people view unpleasant events in their past. I don't have much experience with this type of OCD, but if you do, please post your experience in the comments to encourage those who are still suffering. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye! Me mo my mo moo ma me mo moo. See zo zai zo zo za zai zo zoo. See zo zai zo zo za zai zo zoo. Wow, wow.